There's a man in the northern foothills who's had an eye for art all his life. He started painting pictures for a living about 4 decades ago. Much of his art has a distinctive historic Western feel as we visit his studio along the way in Belle Fourche. If you're looking for Mick B. Harrison, there's a good chance you'll find him right here at his in-home studio.
I did this little sketch of this cowboy on horseback with his dog, and he's going to have binoculars, just kind of glassing the area.
He says he's down here just about every day.
Sometimes it may be just an hour or two, and other times it could be 18 hours. I can stand at my easel and get into the painting, and 12, 15 hours could go by. I wouldn't even know it.
His roots run deep here in South Dakota.
I was born and raised up at Mobridge, South Dakota, and grew up quite a bit of the time on my grandfather's ranch, West River from Mobridge.
And a lot of his work reflects the look of this part of the country, like this one, called Dispute of Dubious Outcome, an imaginary scenario with a realistic look.
I thought it would be kind of a neat painting, you know, that bear coming on the scene right about the time he gets his elk, and so you don't know how that's going to turn out yet. Yeah. I like these shots where you're up high and looking down. I just wanted that feeling of distance, lots of distance.
70 years old now, he's had a knack for art since he was a child. Here's his drawing of Woody Woodpecker when he was in just 2nd grade.
When I grew up, I didn't know anybody that would ever make a living at being an artist, where I came from.
But for the past 40 years or so, this has been his main job, with ups and downs like any business. Here's some magazine covers he did. He named this one A Christmas Tale, painted for a magazine that wanted a picture having to do with Christmas. It's one of his favorites, and one original he won't sell.
Well, I got to thinking, well, what if Santa Claus's shadows were they were on a shadow on the ground, and these two cowboys are riding along and see those shadows.
He oftentimes uses real landscapes, real people, and real animals, and then combines them into a totally imaginary scene like this one, named The Young Bull Challenges, a real bull he saw in one place and painted in another.
This young bull was in the pen, and it was almost like he was posing for me. He'd turn everywhere I went, he'd turn and he'd do this number. So I thought, well, I'll just use you in a painting then.
For about 16 years, he's been doing the Deadwood Days of '76 rodeo poster. He does the artwork by hand and finishes the poster in the computer. This year, he's also done one for the Sitting Bull Stampede Rodeo in Mobridge. Fascinating to see the progress from a pen and ink sketch to color pencil to painting of the artwork. He's got a whole folder of sketches, and it's fun to compare the sketches with the finished products, like this one called Mama Watch, and this one of a building he says is visible from the road in St. Ange. From his mind's eye to a sketch to a painting on the wall. This is a poster he did for the Buffalo Roundup at Custer State Park.
That was the first time they did it. I don't know if they're still doing it. They were doing it they'd get a different artist every year.
He says he loves it as much now as when he first started, and he's showing no signs of putting away the paintbrush.
This will be the horizon right here. It just kind of goes into a plane back here.
Which is why, if you're looking for Mick B. Harrison, there's a good chance you'll find him right here. If you've met someone cool along the way, please email or call us with your story ideas. Seems he's done a bit of everything when it comes to drawing and painting. For 25 years, he did a weekly political cartoon for the paper in his hometown, the Mobridge Tribune.